Hello, so today I'd like to share with you a project I've been working on for the last few weeks here. It is this project manager app is what I call it. It's not like a typical project manager app. It's sort of like an app to manage my personal projects in my own sort of way that works for me. Once you get everything set up, this is what it should look like whenever you come to the app. But let's go ahead and start back at the beginning and show how to get set up to this point. So when you first install Infinity Project Manager, this is what you'll get here in the repo. You're first going to go into the app folder and you'll have this config_example.json. You're going to make a copy of that and then rename that to just config.json. Just like that. And then now inside of this config folder, you're just going to have a data path to where your projects are. So on your computer somewhere, you're going to create a folder. This should really be a GitHub repo, but for this, I'm just going to create a folder. And I'm going to call this IPM demo content, like that. And then inside of this folder, you need another folder called projects, and a file called inbox.md, just like that. Now you're going to go in your copy your path here and just paste that into your config.json file. Close that, you're all set there. So you launch a terminal from the directory and you're going to launch it by doing python 3 server.py. It's going to start running. And you're going to open the browser of your choice and navigate to localhost 8000. And that brings you to the home page. So this is what your home page is going to look like in general. And we can start off by starting a new project here. Give the project a title, a brief description, and you can set its status. We're going to leave this at active. And here's our project. You'll get an indicator up here when it saves. It's an auto save about every half second. So after you're done typing, just give it about a half a second and it'll auto save. We'll navigate back to our projects and we can see that we have our first project here. It's active with 0 tasks. Let's go ahead and add a task to that. We'll make this a high priority task. It's right here. If we go back to the projects, we can see we have 0 of 1 task complete. We have a drag to set status feature. So now that's in an active status or in progress status. And we can move that to complete as well. So now we show we have 1 of 1 tasks done in project 1. Let's bring that back to in progress. And if we navigate into that task, we can give that task tasks as well. And you'll see it has a subtask right here indicated. And same drag to reorder or drag to change status feature. You can also drag to reorder priority. So we have our second task over our first task. Now, all these files get created in your demo content folder. So if you go to projects, we have our project 1, which is the project we created. And that lives as this MD document. So you can edit these directly. Like so. And if you refresh, we get our additional notes in there. Now in your project content, you have this inbox.md file that you created. This one is actually something you can edit through the GitHub app. This is an MD file, so you can edit this directly in the GitHub app. And this is how you would add notes like through your mobile if you aren't able to actually launch the website and do that. So if I have a note that I want to make sure that I remember to track in project 1 that comes to me while I'm away from my computer, I can save that in my inbox, and then the next time I launch my project manager, my inbox icon down here is going to glow because I have something to do in the inbox. We open that up and we say, oh right, I had to create a task to project project 1. So we go here to project 1, and we add our task here, or however you want to do it. You can do, whatever makes sense for whatever your note was, and set your priority and do all that stuff here. And then once you're done, you can clear that out, save it, and that'll remove the indicator here. So that's how the mobile workflow works. There's also the global task view, which what that does is let you see all open or in progress tasks for all projects. So let's actually go back and create a second project here. And we'll actually put this on pause so you can see how that works. So your projects will show in the category they're in right now. Let's go back to our global, let's create some tasks under here. And back to our global task view. Oh, we have to refresh for that to populate. Here we go. So you can see I have all these tasks for project 1. It gives them their status, open or in progress, and their priority, high, medium, or low. And then it indicates what they are. The project 1, this is our first task. This is our first subtask for that first task, second subtask for that first task. I think it's pretty clear to see what those are. If we want to see just the ones that are in progress, we can remove these checkboxes here. If we want to see just the high or the medium files, you can see that here. And if you want to see just the tasks from, say, project 2, you can select your projects here. You can clear all, select all for your projects. And this should give you a decent overview of what's going on for all of your projects. And each of these tasks is functioning, so you can click on this and go right to this second subtask and start taking notes here. And that all works as expected. The app's going to start you with this dark green theme, which I quite like, but if you do want to change the theme, if you go to the About section here, it's a brief description of it, but you have all these different themes that you can select from, which I think are all pretty nice. And once you get a bunch of projects started here, you can use this sort method to sort them in whatever method you prefer. You can sort alphabetical, newest first, so that's the newest created project first, oldest created project first, or your recently worked. Recently worked is what I use for the most part. So project 3 I just created, so it's more recently worked here. If I come in and let's say I finished this subtask, so this subtask is now complete. We go back to our projects, and project 1 is now the most recently worked, so it shows up at the beginning. I quite like that, but use whatever sorting method works for you. And that's just about everything for the app. I hope you enjoy using it as much as I do. It's really helped me keep focused, and honestly, it's helped me finish this project, the Infinity Project Manager project itself. So hopefully you find benefit from it as well. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below, and check the description for the link to the repo. Hello, so today I'd like to share with you a project I've been working on for the last few weeks here. It is this Project Manager app is what I call it. It's not like a typical Project Manager app. It's sort of like an app to manage my personal projects in my own sort of way that works for me. Once you get everything set up, this is what it should look like when you... Once you get everything set up, this is about what it should look like when you come to the app every day. Once you get everything set up, this is what it should look like whenever you come to the app. But let's go ahead and start back at the beginning and show how to get set up to this point.